Okay, so e4. So I just develop my piece and attack. So quickly can get the pieces out. Castle d4, trying to open the line. So takes, and then takes, check. Knight can go to c3, strong development. He might probably go knight e7. Okay, so this bishop wants to go to b2. Okay, can go bishop b2, connecting the rooks. So knight e4. So I have to play c4. h4. I think should stop this further. He has the double bishop pair, so need to get rid of the bishop pair. So he stopped it. Okay, that's fine. Can take and get the rook here. So king f1. So this bishop can, or I think that this bishop can go here. Maybe come to e3. It can go to e3 and knight c5. Okay, so rook has to go here. So there's a threat of knight f6. Okay, try to exchange out of the bishop pair. Okay, this bishop can probably get here to f4. So at some point can play e6. So that's a check. King moves. Knight f5. I think can come back for now. So knight f6 is one threat. Again possible. So he takes. So king can move. e6 should be fine. e6. Okay, I'll attack this pawn. The h. Knight g6. Knight f5. I think I can take it. There's no problem. Can take. He takes, I take. Okay, have to play this. King a2. g4. Knight f5 is one good one. Knight f5. Okay, the king has to come to the center. Something like this. These pawns are doubled. Okay, I think he might. He allowed f5. It's quite strong. Takes. Now the h pawn is there, so can get it. So pawn push. So he takes, I take back. He takes, I take back. Okay, now should play h5, h6, f6. Okay, then I can go knight to g5 probably. He might. Okay, so h6, h7. Okay, resign. Okay, let's try a new game. So c5, pawn push, get the knight. Okay, these are normal developing moves. Castle. Okay, he's planning for an attack. So I think should break the pawn chain like this. This is just an interesting try. Can take. And then is planning f5. So can play this. I think that's a mistake, but still some compensation is there. So queen d5. He might go knight g3. I have the double bishop. So knight d2. Maybe I can go bishop f5. So bishop d3. Rook d8. Maybe. Okay. So knight f3. Is planning. Okay, I can play queen b5, stopping this bishop. So b3, maybe a6 is fine. c4. Okay, rook d7. Let's play this. Get the rook. Bishop e4. Takes. Get the rook. So has to take. So anytime knight f6 might come. Queen c3. Queen b6. Setting a small trap. Queen here. Attack. Knight d6. Okay, he blundered this. g4 is hanging. So can break this chain pawn. I mean this. He takes, I take. Takes. I have to activate the rook. Again, can hold on. So there's a check. Rook e1. So these pieces are coordinated. So I'll just try to break the coordination with rook f3. So queen has to go to h4. Then we have g5. I think this wins for black. So he decided to give, but first we can take this. Anyway, these pawns are weak. Okay, he just given. We can take this. Also, queen h1 is decisive, but he's making a lot of mistakes. Okay, can go for a new game. Okay, this player is quite strong. I've played a couple of games, and I also have won a couple of games, have lost a couple of games. Let's see the score. The score is 11-12. I think I'm in one game lead with this player. Knight e5, castle, queen e2, sacrifice, rook d1, bishop f4. Mostly she will take. Okay, so knight takes, and bishop b3. I have to play c4 as soon as possible. So if they take, we can take. Rook has to go here. This is really good. As of now, this is very strong. So this is very unpleasant for black, because they have to deal the threats on the open file, and the piece coordination is quite good. This is somewhat problematic. Okay, so they allowed this bishop take e6. The queen. Okay, let me just move this back. Okay, clear the back rank with a threat. There's a stronghold here. Can attack. So I think can take this. Knight c5. Rook can come back to d6. Knight e4. What if I take this? I think there's no problem taking this. So knight g3, fg3. Okay, pawn takes. King moves. So I can start pushing the other pawns. Push. Chain pawns. Also, this bishop has an excellent square here. I think I'll make it into a chain pawn first. It's very important to keep it chain pawn, because if I normally push this, they will attack here. So, okay, so they are trying for this. So I'll keep this. Rook d4. Maybe I can. This is the move which I was looking for, but I think king g3 works here. This rook might come there. f3 is fine. Queen e8, queen h5 is there. Okay, so queen e8 first. Let's take this. Take. And then push. They take queen e8. But that's a very good defense. Okay, so let's play 2 or 3 checks. And then I think I'll get the bishop here first. Now start pushing the other side. Pawn push. Time is very less. So queen b8, rook a6, pawn a6. Come on, take, push. This is completely lost. Okay, so rematch. This player usually plays a lot of games, at least 10 or 12, but today I'm not sure why they didn't come for a rematch. It's okay. So let's go for a new game. Okay, let's do some puzzles since it's taking so long. Okay, the survival mode. Okay, let's analyze. Okay, so this is a simple skewer. Can take hanging piece. Take. Okay, so everything is protected, so can start using this pawn. They take, we can take back. Takes. Back rank. So these pawns are not cleared. So back rank mate is coming. So rook goes to e8. So this is a simple mate. Once again, king has no mobility here. So queen f8. Mates. Back rank problem. You can see back rank problem. So queen can connect there. Take, take. Okay. So this rook is misplaced. So back rank. So here timing is very important. Pawn push, 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 push. Okay. The king is covering all these three squares. So back rank, mate. So take on f2 and then back rank. Play this. This simple. Take. Okay, we have pawn support from the pawn here. So queen can take stronghold on h5, mate. So here pawn push mates. King has no mobility. So this pawn needs to go forward. So I can just play rook to b1. So this is an X-ray attack. Rook takes, takes. Okay. This bishop is quite strong in controlling the back rank. So take, take. Check. Queen h6, mates. Okay. So here we can take this and take on a1. Okay. This rook can go to e8 because the other rook is controlling the 7th rank. Okay. Now both of these pieces are coordinated. So we'll just break this with rook g7. Queen can go to e1 and then get to b4. So queen takes f7. So the rook on d1 can go to d8. And still there's a back rank problem. So take. So this knight can jump to e3 anytime. So what we can do right now is we can take and then knight takes and then knight takes d1. Then we can take this because we have knight d8. Even if they go rook f1, we have knight d8 for defense. So we just take it. Take. Okay, we will play a check here and then can get the queen to f7. Okay, this line is open, and we can take support on f2. So back rank problem is there. So where to enter queen c1? Because if you enter on a1, they will block. So we have to enter in square where they can't block. So queen to c1, and then take. Okay, so this bishop wants to come there to create a mate. This is the defender. So let's remove this. Queen g, no, not queen g7, because this bishop is there. So we'll first push the king here. Oh, there's a check, sorry. There's a check, right? Okay, you can just move here. Knight f2, we can take, because queen is not coming to c1 anyway. We can take, and we can take this. And a strong attack here, skewer. Okay, this queen is not having much squares to go, because we need the bishop to go to g5 with the support of the pawn. So we can first play bishop to f5, and then can get the bishop to g5. They take, we can take back. Okay, so we'll push the king further to g8 so that the rook can enter on e8. So we take, and then can go there. So the king position is open. So there's no pawn on f7, which is not very good. So check, takes, can take. Okay, we want to enter there, and there's a defender, so we just get rid of it. Here we have a strong control over the h7. So queen has to get there. So we can do with the tempo. So rook h1, and then queen h4 and queen h7. Okay, so this side, their attack is very strong. So we want to get the queen to g6, but then there is a pawn. So what we can do is, we can get the bishop to e5, so that they have to play this, and then the queen can go to g6. So now we want to enter on g8. The rook is the defender, so I just take on f6, and then can get to g8. Okay, so here this bishop wants to come there. This is the defender, so I just want to get rid of that defender. So take, and bishop to d4, takes. Okay, so if you go there, king will go here. So we can go to b1. Okay, here there's a problem with the mobility. Okay, we have a pass pawn, but they also have a pass pawn. Okay, normally if we play rook f2, they will take, we take, pawn push. I mean rook f2, they capture, we capture, c3, f7, c2, queens. So we take the first queen, and also we are getting a chance to capture on h6. So we can go for rook f2, and then push. We can block. This is pinned. Okay, they also have a very strong discovery threat. So we can get the rook to d7. But then king will go to e8. Okay. So here we can play queen f6, but we have to look at the discovered checks. Maybe knight b4 will come, right? So if we take on f6, they have knight b4. And after knight b4, I think we can move here, because anyway, if they enter here, we can block with the rook. So this should work. So take, king a1, and then attack. They take, we take. Okay, the diagonal is open. This bishop could come to the light square, and the queen can operate on the dark squares. So queen c3 should work here. So they block. Okay, this queen is pinned, so it won't be able to support the bishop on f2. So we can take rook f2, and we can take rook f8, and then we can take on c3. Okay, they gave a check. Anyway, this pawn is queening. Next. So also they have a dangerous pawn. So that's the reason we can't block, because we block, they will exchange and then they will play king c2. This pawn is very far, so king won't be able to hold. So we need to move the king, because next move we are queening here. So we'll move here. So check. So if we go king h5, they will take, and then after king g4 we can hide from checks. So we can go here. So we don't want to take on g5. I think because we need this pawn to block, so we can go here. Okay, so this queen is hanging, so we just take it. Okay, they are threatening to queen. And also they have a lot of chance to attack here. There's a check here, so we need to control this, and then we need to queen. So can go queen to e6, holding the square, and then we can go g7. They will queen, we will queen, but we have the first attack. So take. So this is an, oh sorry, that's a mouse slip. I was about to play queen e1. That's a terrible mouse slip. Okay, so we take, they take, and pawn push, 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 and here we need to play king e8. Otherwise they will play king to d7. Okay, there's a strong attack on the h file. So if we go rook h1, they are going to play king to e2. So here also they are creating some threats. So we can play rook to, I think this is good. So they take, we take, take. Okay, this is a standard breakthrough, like 3 pawns versus 3 pawns. We have to give a double attack. So the side, which side they capture, that side there's going to be a new queen. So we just play a3, and then pawn push. Okay, these two pieces are not really protected, so I want to get my queen to d4, and then I see the knight is defending, so I just take and then get the queen to d4 and then get the knight. Okay, this is a strong passed pawn. So the rook is holding this, so I'll just block, and then I want to queen, but they will try this, right? So I can play c3 because the queen and the rook is somewhat coordinated, so I can play c3. This breaks. So king c3. Now I can queen. It's very important to queen here, because queen queen, not f5, queen e4 is threatened. So here queen e4 is threatened. Okay, so e1 is equal, no, e1 queen, I think e1 is forced. They take, we take back. So we can create a back rank threat. So bishop g6, and then get the rook there. So here we should not exchange with the rook, because if we take, the a2 pawn will go faster. So we take with the bishop. So bishop f6, they captured, but we have rook g2, check. So we can give a discovery check, and a double check. So this is a standard mating pattern. Rook takes. So we have pawn support there. So we want to get the queen there. That's one idea. So if I play rook c2, they will take with the rook, and king has mobility here. So I can just take this and get my queen to a1. Okay. So back rank there is problem, but it's not easy for the rook to get there because the queen as well as the knight is defending. So also the knight on f4 is hanging right now. So if I play knight g6, they won't take with the h pawn because rook h1 is coming, and king g8 we have e7 which is winning. But knight g6, queen would take, and then no, rook d8, knight takes e7, queen g5. Again they get it. So that's not going to work. But I can try. I can try e7. Takes, king can move. If knight e7, rook d8. So queen. So this is a simple discovery attack. Can go with this pawn push. 1 minute. Queen takes is there because they also threatened this. So okay, we can release the bishop with the tempo then. So I just push this. So now I'll release the bishop with the tempo. Okay, so anyway my queen is supported by the pawn, so I need not worry about it. I can just take on c4. They take, I can take. Okay, so this rook wants to get there, so it's simple. Queen takes c1, and then we can go there. And the queen is connected with the king, so we just hit the h2 pawn. Takes, and we take. Queen d5, it's a hanging one, so just take it. Okay, this rook has a very good chance to enter there, but it's not winning anything, right? So rook a2, king will go to f3. But how about rook b8? I mean, rook b8, if they take queen d7, we can take rook b1. Okay, this is good. Rook b8. Okay. This queen has a bad mobility, so probably it can come only to g7. So I think the best way to trap the queen is to play queen e7, trying to get knight f6. Let's try this. Yeah. So e5. Okay. So we can't play knight f6 now. But still we can take on e5 and then try knight f6. That looks strong. Or wait, we can do that. But knight e5, queen e5 is coming. Right. So first I will play the queen f6 is the problem. When I move the knight, the queen is getting to the f6. So f6 square is the problem. So I'll play rook f8, covering the f6. So I'll just take it. Okay, here there's a pin. So first can take this. Okay, now the mobility. This knight can go to h4 anytime, can take away these two squares. So, but this queen is needed to get to e1. So queen to e3. Okay, Not bad.